All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Denver Broncos in today's video. 7-5, actually looking pretty good in the playoff contention race right now. We won't talk about that, but I do just want to say 29-19 victory on the road against the Las Vegas Raiders. Fun fact for my Broncos fans watching this video: Bo Nix has never lost to the Las Vegas Raiders. But I think he cemented himself as the Rookie of the Year favorite yesterday, and we're going to definitely talk about this game in a minute or two, but I just want to go through some fun statistics about Bo Nix this season because this is the real deal. It really is the real deal, all right? Among rookies, most games this season with 200-plus passer yards, 2 passing touchdowns plus, and 0 interceptions. Bo Nix has had 5 such games. Number 2, Jaden Daniels at 3, Caleb Williams has 2, Drake May has 1. Bo Nix in the last 5 games on throws 10 or more yards downfield. So it's not like it's dinking and dunking. It's not like it's Sunday at Dunkin' Donuts. It's not like it's a Madden game on Hall of Fame with a rookie quarterback. He's making plays, made a bunch of plays yesterday. 716 passer yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, a passer rating of 126.9. But here's where things get really crazy, because that first statistic was amongst rookies, and that last one's a 5-game sample size. Quarterbacks with 20 or more total touchdowns and 2 or fewer turnovers in a 10-game span within a season over the last 10 years. Aaron Rodgers in 2014 and 2021, Drew Brees in 2018 and 2019, Tom Brady in 2016, Patty Mahomes in 2020, and your soon-to-be, hopefully, Rookie of the Year, Bo Nix, 2024. This is legit. But folks, before we get any further into today's video, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. We do post at least 2 Broncos videos every single week. We have for a couple of years now, so hit that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already. Broncos fans especially, if we try and get this video to 300 likes, guys, that would mean more than you could even imagine. One more statistic before we get into yesterday's game. Bo Nix in September, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, and still 2-2 record. Bo Nix since then, 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a 5-3 record. And yeah, I keep saying this in all my Broncos videos. I go back to like even the 41-10 loss in Baltimore a couple of weeks ago, or now it's like a month ago. I don't even really think the Broncos played a bad football game. I don't even really think Bo Nix played bad. You look at that Kansas City game, the blocked field goal as time expires, should have won that football game. Like, this is a legitimate team. Entering yesterday, we'll wait until tonight's game, Baltimore and Los Angeles, finish to get, full statistics. But entering yesterday, the Denver Broncos were the 3rd-rated defense. And I even just kind of want to use a game like yesterday as an example, because I wasn't watching it live. My Green Bay Packers were taking San Francisco, so I just watched it this morning. I watched that game, and I didn't even really think until the second half was really good, specifically the 4th quarter. Denver really showed up offensively and defensively. They were playing such good, just complimentary football. But even like a good statistic to indicate 325 total yards offense, that's solid. They gave up 369 to Las Vegas. They were only 6 of 15 on first down. I watched yesterday's game this morning, and I'm thinking to myself, Denver really didn't even play that good of a football game, and they still won 29-19 on the road against the divisional opponent. That's a big deal. I think the last time the Broncos won both their games against Vegas in a single season was like a decade ago, maybe even a little bit more. But let's get into some player statistics, because Bo Nix, and keep in mind, man, Las Vegas has a really good defense. Like Max Crosby, we all know Max Crosby. I know Christian Wilkins is done for the season, but it's a really hungry, gritty team. Antonio Pierce's calling card is defensive-minded. They were one of the better defenses once Josh McDaniels got fired midway through last season. The Raiders have a really good, hungry, talented defense, all right? Bo Nix yesterday, 25 of 42, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, only took 1 sack. There were so many, and like both those 2 touchdowns, the first one specifically, just throwing up a 50-50 ball, Sutton pretty much mossed. I think it was Jack Jones, the Raiders cornerback. I mean, it was beautiful. And his second touchdown to Sutton was even more sexier, putting it in the perfect spot. He's mobile. He's using his feet. We saw it more so in the first 6 games. Like yesterday, he only carried 1 time for 5 yards, but he's a quarterback, right? And he's still moving with his feet. He's still extending plays, extending drives. But Bo Nix, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was like the leading rusher for Denver in a football game. We haven't seen crazy designed runs from Bo Nix, and that's because he's passing like an absolute menace right now. The only thing right now with Denver is the running back room. It's very hit or miss. Jaleel McLaughlin had a phenomenal game yesterday, 7 carries for 44 yards, averaging 6.3 yards per carry. But Denver, Javonte had 8 carries for -2 yards. It's unacceptable, but keep in mind, like we keep saying, that defense that Las Vegas has, specifically that rush defense with Max Crosby, it's very talented. It is a very talented group. But Denver ran the ball 22 times for only 63 yards, averaging 2.9 yards per carry. But the big thing is the connection with Sutton. During the past 5 games, Sutton has caught 36 balls for 467 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's also had a touchdown pass, including 2 in yesterday's win. The Broncos began yesterday with only 9 points. It was 13-9. Denver was down. Vegas was winning at halftime, and they were only 1 of 6 on 3rd down. They converted their next 5 of 7 attempts. Sutton was the target on 4 of those plays. He finished with 8 catches for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. Devon Bailey, the 7th-round rookie draft pick, continues to impress. 6 catches for 80 yards. Marvin Mims Jr., finding a role in the last 3 weeks. 3 catches for 40 yards. He broke one out for 37. It was almost a touchdown. Troy Franklin also had 2 catches for 31 yards. But guys, we're running out of time here. We got to talk about this defense. It's unbelievable. Nick Bonitto is a great case in point, and I know there were a couple of injuries. Zach Allen didn't play. He got injured in Friday's practice. Riley Moss got injured right at the end of the first half, but thankfully, what we know of it now is it's just an MCL. I was very worried that was going to be not good. I saw a lot of bad Raiders fans on Twitter making fun of Riley Moss, but Bonitto strip sacked Desmond Ridder right at the end of that 4th quarter. Sealed the win. That's now his 10th sack of the season. He became the first Broncos player since Von Miller and Bradley Chubb in 2018 to record double-digit sacks in a season. They're all over the place. There are so many talented dudes. You got one of the best cornerbacks, if not the best cornerback in the National Football League in Pat. But the Broncos entered this game with an NFL-leading 39 sacks. They had 5 yesterday, including 3 on Vegas's final 2 drives. Cody Barton had half a sack. Brandon Jones, welcome back. He had a huge interception on an errant throw with pressure forcing that errant throw. Jonah Ellis had a sack. Welcome to the NFL. Bonitto had that sack like we mentioned. Cooper, DJ Jones had half a sack. Adkins had a sack. These guys are menaces. Justin Stranaud had a great game. We could make a 30-minute video just talking about each player on the Denver Broncos defense. But guys, that's it for today. Rapid reaction. We'll get more in depth as the week progresses. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. If you guys want more Broncos videos, let me know down below. But guys, give me your thoughts. Give me your player of the game from yesterday, and just let me know your thoughts on this 7-5 Denver Broncos team with a rookie quarterback. Peace.